This is Major Crimes Episode 2, False Pretenses Recap. We're gonna go through this kind of scene by scene, because somebody had to take 19,000 fucking notes.
Rusty's letter. Death threat.
No, that was no death threat. That was just, and I guess it was supposed to be creepy.
Yeah, it was kind of creepy.
It was not creepy. They could have went above and beyond. They could have written it in blood.
Yeah.
Or they could have
like, old school like ransom letter.
Or had like kid pictures of when Rusty was young. Like something to make it like, oh well, what? Like wouldn't that have been good? That would have been good.
A scale of 1 to 10 in the creepy field.
It was like a 3.
3, exactly.
Yes.
Flynn's diet.
Flint.
Why is he on? Like we know he's going through like trying to get fit for this physical, but
we'll
why?
talk. I think it's going to happen.
It's on the list.
Because I think they're building this up, and I've seen this before in other television shows where they did this with a character who was getting healthy and doing something different with their life or finding love or something, and then boom, something happens. He's gonna have a heart attack. That's all I'm saying.
Poor stroke.
Next one.
Rios. Do we still hate her?
Yeah.
Yes. She was less annoying than she was last week, but she was still annoying.
The beginning, if you're such this grand DDA or ADA, whatever the hell she's supposed to be, why are you so shocked and appalled at these dead bodies? You have seen
her reactions are a little
Her
over
reactions
the top.
are ridiculous.
Yes.
You have seen dead bodies in pictures for other cases, we hope. I mean, why the hell else would you be covering the Phillips Stroke case if you haven't done other cases?
Yeah. Like, there's a reason why she was put on this case.
And not Hobbs.
No. Bitter about that.
I'm very bitter about it.
Very bitter.
What she keeps saying about Rusty?
Yeah. Rusty is not on trial.
It's not on trial. And
No.
not only does she keep dissing Rusty, left, right, and center, she, like, acts like he's lying about everything. First she called him a whorfin.
Which she didn't catch the first time.
I didn't catch that the first time she did. She called him a whorfin. And then she
accuses him of writing his own
death threat. Why would he do that? And third one is, in the beginning of this episode, when she goes upstairs and Prevents is like, you need to back up off of Rusty or whatever, she's like, I'm not going to worry about the feelings of a teenage prostitute.
Yeah. Why is she so bitter about him?
Why is she so negative Nancy over everything he does or says or anything?
Yeah, like him involving Ryder.
I will say this. I can see her point of wanting to get him away from Raiders, like how that would affect her case.
Yeah, but Rusty's
I can see
not
that.
on.
However, I can't see why she keeps dissing him all the time. No. He is not on trial. He did not do anything wrong.
He's merely a witness.
Right, and he's going to plead the fifth on most of that anyway.
Yes. It's a deal with the first name basis with everyone.
I do like that.
I like it, but it hasn't been done
because
it hasn't
been done on that other show.
On that other show, but dare not be mentioned. Everyone's messing with Rios just because it's funny.
She's a pain in the ass.
She is a pain.
For instance, Rios calling Taylor Russell.
No.
He's like what? He's a chief in the assistant chief of police.
Yeah.
Or of the department, whatever the hell he is.
To me, that shows she doesn't have any respect for him.
I don't think she has respect for anybody in that department.
No,
anybody
I'm waiting
in that
for
division.
Her to call Raider Sharon.
She definitely doesn't have any respect for Rusty. She could give two you-know-whats about Rusty.
The whole flirting between Rios and Sanchez.
That's gross.
It needs to stop.
It needs to stop.
Like now.
Well, first, I was like, it looks like they have already done something. Like, it looks like this is but I don't think it has.
Continue flirting like
that. The more I watch this episode. Right.
Yeah.
Because when she got to that crime scene, he flirted with her with the coffee.
Knock it off.
Second one was her losing the keys.
Yeah, and him digging
through
her purse.
Her flirting back to him. I don't like it.
No, he just needs to stop. You don't have to flirt with every young thing that walks into that.
He does all the time. He did it with Sykes.
It needs to stop, though.
He does it with everybody.
It's old. I like that they're using Buzz more.
I do too. I really
and
like
the whole
that.
dynamic with Rusty. Like,
Buzz is like his buddy. That's his like big bro.
Yeah. And how like when Rusty saw that Raider was busy, he went to Buzz.
He didn't bother. Right. He wasn't
he
like, let me wait for Sharon or here Provenza. He automatically gave it to Buzz.
Went to Buzz.
I like that they're using him for what Buzz is there for.
Yes.
That's their tech guy, their media guy.
For Sykes flipping out over that guy.
Yeah. I hope they go into that more.
Freaking out about, like, flipping out over him, like, abusing his wife, like...
Right, and it wasn't said as a feminist.
No.
Because
it was said by somebody who
It was
has
said by
experience
somebody
or
who has
seen
experience.
it happen.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah. So, what's that all about?
I would love for them to go into that more in a later episode. I didn't like how they brought up this guy who abused his wife in the beginning.
That was so random.
Talked about it that's where the whole Sykes thing started.
What was that even about?
The guy abused his wife.
Everything.
The woman who got shot,
Mm-hmm.
that was at her brother's house, and they were saying it was a murder-suicide. But they found out that this guy was beating his wife up.
So she was staying with her brother?
She was staying with her brother. And you found out...
I was really confused by that. I was
yeah,
like, why
see,
is he there?
it was like really random that they had him there. But they didn't even... That was it. Like, you talked about him, and then you didn't see him at all in the rest of the episode. You didn't see them look for other charges they could have gotten him on. Mm-hmm. Not that they could have gotten him on abuse, because she would have had to file that.
Provenza threw the water in the face after.
Yeah, he's been like really protective of
like
everybody.
Provenza this
He's
season.
been protective of everybody in that division.
He has. I like it.
I do too. Especially Raider and Rusty.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's starting to be Sykes more and more. I think he got the idea, like, he hated that she was there first season. And now he kind of gets the idea, like, she's not going anywhere, so you might as well get over it. And she's going to mess around with you just as much as you're giving it to her.
Or Taylor taking Raider's side.
Taylor's really been on Raider's side this season. I'm loving it. Taylor really taking Raider and Rusty's side, wanting Rusty to stay with Raider almost. Mm-hmm. What I mean, like he threatened her.
He threatened her once.
He threatened her
once.
He
knew that would get the jump on like what he needed to be done.
Right. He knew that was the only way to get through to her. That this needs to happen.
But like every time Rios does anything when they're in the room together, like Taylor, Raider, and Rios, time she mentions Rusty being taken away or anything against anything, Taylor with the bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Like, get your ass up out of my office. We're done.
Like her. He's done with her.
He does not like her.
He's tired of her mouth.
Because
the whole Raider and Rusty moments at home.
There hasn't been enough of them.
There hasn't been enough, but I'm enjoying the ones that we have gotten.
They're very comfortable around each other, which I guess they should be
more
by
comfortable.
Now.
Like it just, I don't know. They seem more relaxed at home now. Hunkering down on the couch, talking to Rusty about God only knows what.
I don't know.
I just like the little like Rusty and Raider moments and how she's like giving him an option. He's like, so I feel like I have an option. She's like, that would be misleading. Like that was perfect.
She trolled him that whole conversation.
Yeah. And that big ass pillow.
Yes. What the hell music video that was he was watching. What song was that? Not that they would use a commercial song.
No.
But that like gospel music, like that cool Christian pop stuff.
That my mom listens to. We'll talk about it. I changed the station when I'm in the car with her.
I burn the radio when I'm in the car with her. I don't like how it seems we got more of that first season. We had so much more at her condo that first season, in the first 2 episodes, than we have this season. And sure, there's, 17 episodes still?
Yeah, she's a little impatient.
But I mean, I want to see them more.
Making dinner together in the kitchen.
I don't care what they do. I don't
putting dishes away. Her
I don't care if they have a food fight.
Clean the house.
But I just wish there were more.
I also want to know what's behind that door in the dining room.
They haven't shown the door in the dining room this season.
Yes, they have. In the background, you can see it. Especially in the first episode.
I still want to live at her apartment. At her condo. I'm ignoring it.
Make note of Dude Ranch.
But Dude Ranch is equivalent to Grinder. For people who don't know.
Yeah. It's a real thing, people.
Grinder is a thing
that
it's Dude Ranch.
People like to use.
Like gay dudes like to go
like
on.
My roommate.
I thought it was hilarious. the phone. She's like, iPhones aren't like that. I'm like, that's not an iPhone. That's the only time they don't use an iPhone.
I couldn't see that it wasn't an iPhone because I'm blind. I didn't have my glasses on. But like the little Tao, Raider, and Rios moment before they go in the room with asshole McGee, the lawyer.
Wait, that's the worst lawyer in the world.
And Raider's just basically like, let me show you how it's done.
Well, wait, who was? Let me show you how we do things here.
Whippersnapper. I'm going to show you the
Whippersnapper.
Whippersnapper. Yeah, it was funny.
Because Raider doesn't hate her. I mean, she doesn't like what she's doing to Rusty.
Yeah.
But she
doesn't hate her as a co-worker.
Like Mary said in that interview, Raider's a feminist. She is not going to put this young, ambitious woman down. Mm-hmm. She's not going to stop her from doing her job.
She might be annoyed with her at times.
She's highly annoyed with her.
Hate her.
But she's never going to put her down.
The whole
So
robbery
I don't remember what
debate
anything.
between Rios and the terrible lawyer.
Terrible lawyer.
It
The
just-
worst lawyer I've ever seen in my
It was
life.
the worst, like, bargaining to get a deal, too.
This guy robbed 4 houses. He cruised on Dude Ranch in order to get access to these guys in these houses and see these guys were rich. What's the word I'm
Setup?
looking for? Yeah, but like he obviously did the gay one because he knew he could get there easier. Like he would not go on Match.com.
It was an easier
It was
target.
an easier target. I mean, they accused him of doing it, and then they just kind of let it go. Like, no, that was why he was picking that. I don't think he was even gay. Talking about.
Yeah.
He purposefully preyed on
Gay
rich
people,
gay dudes
to steal their stuff.
to steal their stuff.
I was to the 4 robberies, but mainly for the double homicide. Didn't know if they could get him saying that he robbed these people. They could get him for double homicide.
Yes,
But I like how they went about that.
I did. I liked Rader's approach to that. I really liked how she approached it. I liked her chutzpah behind it.
Not
Chutzpah.
a real word.
It is a real
What
word.
does it mean?
That behind it. She had a lot of conviction behind it.
Yes. But
That's what you get for taking notes.
I'm not taking notes anymore.
We didn't get any sticker this episode.
No, why was there no sticker? I had to listen to her complain for like 15 minutes about no
It was longer than
sticker.
15 minutes.
It was longer than 15
It was like
minutes. I'm
6
being
hours.
nice.
There was no sticker from Get Glue this episode. I don't know why. A lot of other people were complaining about it.
It was a really good episode.
It was a good episode.
2 thumbs up.
I give it out of 10. How many?
I give it a 9.
We always give it a 9. But no, really, it was a really good episode.
It's a really good
I
season
didn't
so
like-
far.
I'm sorry. I give it an 8.5. I don't think a 9. I think last week's better.
It was better, but this has been a really good season so far, and we're only 2 episodes in, so...
Yeah. Predictions. I think
Flynn,
Andy's going to have a heart
Heart
attack.
attack or a stroke.
Or Shirk. I think, okay, go ahead. What were you going to say about Rusty? Because I knew where you were going with this.
His mom's boyfriend.
Possibility. Very good possibility.
Yes. That's what the little light bulb was.
Somebody, thank you so much for watching this second episode of
Next week's episode.
Minor Incidents. Next
the
week's
Influence.
episode is Under the Influence.
Yes, Zoe Isles starts next week.
Brazilian Island starts next week. We start that one for this asshole.
I'm so excited.
I thought it was funny of him looking at the fruit and stuff, and I'm like, why would he look at fruit? And I was like, oh, that's right, he's a vegetarian, which I just completely
Which I had no idea.
completely
'cause
forgot
I didn't
about.
watch all of
that
the
other
Closer.
show. I want to see Raider's bedroom. We saw Rusty's bedroom,
Yes.
and I think she would have let him have, like, pick things out by now, like colors and.
Maybe there's like posters on the
Poster,
wall.
right.
And
But I want to see her bedroom. That sounds gross. But no, really.
she doesn't mean it in the bad
I don't
way.
mean in a bad way, because when you go into a person, this shithole. When you go into a person's bedroom, it says a lot about a person.
By the way, that's where we make these videos.
In my bedroom,
In her bedroom.
on my bed.
On her bed. No homo.
Don't tell people that, because if we tell people we make videos in my bedroom on my bed,
No homo! No. Not at all.
I'm talking about in the hallway. It was Rios with all her 97 files that she likes to carry around, and why don't she have a bag with all these damn files that she's carrying everywhere? And that's why she doesn't have a bag.
I want her to drop them all over.
I
the
want her to
place
drop-
and everyone just
and
stand
everybody
there
just
and, like,
walk over top of her.
Yeah. I look kind of creepy right now.
We call that Tuesday.
It's not Tuesday. It's
Yeah, but we
Thursday.
call it Tuesday.